All right, all right, all right. Let's see if we're good. If we freezing again, I might just say bump it. What's up, Carl? What's up, dog? Hate to see you have this stream acting like this, man. That's really getting on my nerves, man. I think we good now, big dog.
Uh, let's see.
Yeah, I think it's freezing up a little bit. I think we're coming good now. What's up, Jesus? What's up, everybody? I know it might be freezing a little bit. I apologize about that, but man, you know how it goes with these internet, dog. I can't control it. I done did everything to upgrade this shit, and we still be doing this stuff, man. I tell you. But what's up, big dog? How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. Just another day. I'm ready. Let's go, man. You know what? Hey,
Hey,
if you can hear, that's good enough.
I mean that's what I say, but you know how people want to look at you. You ain't gotta look all the time. Just listen to the voice of choice. But let me get your final thoughts on this game against Atlanta, big dog.
A lot of guys that I was hit hard on showed up big. And that was definitely good to see. Anybody that really want to see the Dallas Cowboys do well, you want to eat some crow with some sauce, and I'm definitely eating some this week on that. So Dalton Schultz, good game. I was very appreciative of the big hit that Noah Brown took for the team. Coming across that middle, he knew he was going to get pounded, and he did. He showed up big, and then Xavier Woods had a solid tackle game.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to see him tackle better. He definitely tackled better. So it was a. It says a lot about our offense. The fact that we won a game that 440 teams lost when a team put up that many points, 39 points without a turnover. So that tell you that our offense, basically at on a high tempo, is really unstoppable. It's honestly just too many weapons. Shout out to our tackles who played well as the game progressed. We actually talked about that well when we said, "What if Tyrone don't play?"
Mm-hmm.
And we said Kellen Moore was gonna have to fill it out.
Mm-hmm.
And he went to the body early, but once he saw that head was open, he started to attack downfield.
Mm-hmm.
And man, it's spectacular win. And just kind of like towards the end of the game, it was expected for them to score touchdowns.
Mm-hmm. Well, I tell you what, dog. It's just kind of crazy how all that happened. Like I said, once we got that onside kick, I felt better. I was like, because you rarely get onside kicks, dog, like that at the end of the game and then lose. You get what I'm saying? Those
Right.
things rarely happen. So once we got the onside kick, I felt like, okay, we're gonna win this game now because that just doesn't happen. You come all that way back, get the onside kick, and then lose. That just don't happen to me. You feel me? So
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there thinking like, okay, you know what? We got out there with the victory. A lot of people were questioning, the game management of Mike McCarthy and things of that nature. But you know what? At the end of the day, we got it. I hate how it happened, but at the end of the day, we got the W. Greg Zerliner, who you brought in, he had the big leg. That's what he did. He came through at the end. You had your offense that, like we said, two starting undrafted tackles, and we still dropped over 600 yards. Now, we know the Falcons' defense isn't that good. We know that. But at the end of the day, they still had decent pressure. They still had decent guys rushing the passer, and Dante Fowler tapped McKinley for a little bit before he went out, which helped still. But for us to still drop 600 yards and only give up one sack, I still feel good about that.
Fantastic. And it's a lot have to do with them, the tackles. A lot also have to do with Dak's offseason because Dak has absolutely put in work on his pocket presence and his pocket mobility.
Mm-hmm.
he used to have that go-to kind of settling back and rolling out. That was his go-to. I used to call it, the Romo, right? Because Romo always kind of did that too. But Romo also had great feel for the pocket to where he stepped up in the pocket. He knew when to step up, go to the side, kind of get into those open spots in the pocket and make your throw. And he's doing that. So it shout out to McCarthy. I could see that in those offseason practices where they were spending a lot of time working on throwing off balance, throwing on a run. You could see it. McCarthy was eyeballing his feet work. And you see that Dak has put in some time that's gelling and helping a young tackles. So that's the biggest point is I think all of that coming together, tackles playing better, Knight showing up very big on pass pro, very big of him on pass pro. So when he showed up the way that he did, and then it gave Kellen Moore the confidence to keep throwing, and so.
But here's the thing, big dog. This is what we talked about, and this is what I said in a tweet a couple days ago, that I call Kellen Moore the Amari Cooper playbook guy. And the reason why I compared him, because you know how everybody blasted Amari Cooper, how he's not good on the road, but he is excellent at home. So that's what I'm calling Kellen Moore. He's the Amari Cooper playbook. Great at home. He calls a great home cooking game. Like we be cooking at home, but when we go on the road, it just seems like we're a whole nother team, and it's like the Amari Cooper effect with that. And he's got to show me. I'm not hating on Kellen Moore at all. I haven't really been hating on him all, but he's still got to show me something this game against Seattle, because this is a 2-0 team. Russell Wilson's playing all world, and he's got to match. They got to match them on this offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, I honestly think we're getting ready to do that. I think Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy has been leaking out some things that going to follow the pattern of common sense that we've been seeing this whole offseason. Because like we walked out of the draft, all of us like ecstatic at the common sense and picking the best players available. It was the whole draft, maybe to round 7, but still, that's awesome. So when I hear them leak out stuff like we're going to try to score as fast as possible, that sounds like Mike McCarthy is going in the direction that you heard a lot of us fans saying, which is that that up tempo offense is unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
It gassed the hell out of Atlanta because they was getting pressure the first half that they didn't have in the second half. They were gassed.
Right.
And it made, to me, Zeke more of a hammer, right? Because you getting hit from the perimeter and then boop, you draw it to Zeke and he in space and he downhill on you. That's painful. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's painful to a defense.
Right.
So, and then I saw, and what I loved is last year we was great between the 20s and we would get in the red zone and stall out. Man, we was high octane as soon as we start scoring, bro. We didn't stop scoring touchdowns. So I'm seeing a lot of common sense, like even stuff that might be taken for granted, like quarterback sneak on the 1-yard line, right? New England does that all the time, to where this is a high percentage chance of us winning on short yardage. And no, it's not sexy, but your quarterback got 3 touchdowns out of it. It's come on, and then the lead blocking with Woods, just put a big hammer in there. In front of Zeke, I'm seeing some smart stuff, So I think our offense is going to just continue that. I think they're going to continue to just score heavily. I think this is going to be another shootout. And most of to me, the biggest letdown was Mike. Our defense coordinator, Mike
Nolan.
He's the biggest letdown to me so far, because I had to get talked off a ledge because I was super upset with him, because it was a hurry up offense going into halftime and Tank was dropping into coverage.
Right.
I lost it. Like I like if I'm glad it was no cameras on me because I was so man, I lost it. Some major curse words I said because the situation didn't it dictated that you send your pass rushers at Matt Ryan, not drop them into where they're in no man's land and they really no value. And at 3-4 and having them do 3-4 type of defensive end moves is not working, right? And it's something that it made me sick to my stomach, but I'm happy to hear the rumors of Griffin putting his hand in the ground and Tate putting their hand in the ground, because we have to get them back to being a real true 4-3, because they made a promise to us in the offseason. They said we do not adapt and make our players fit our scheme. We adapt our scheme to the players. Well, everything was hidden pretty much against Atlanta except the edges.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you need to put those guys back where they're naturals, where they're fish in water, not fish out of water. All this, it's gonna take a minute. We don't have a minute. We need those guys to just go where they're comfortable and show that you can scheme us back into like what we was the last 3 years on pass rush.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you know what? This is what I feel about that. I totally agree because remember when they were talking about the beginning of the season? Oh, we're gonna have 4-3, but we're gonna have 3-4 principles. We're gonna be multiple. We're gonna disguise. We're gonna do all kind of things. I was cool with that, and I'm still cool with it now. But here's the thing: that if this staff is different from the prior staffs, just like if this staff is different from the prior staffs, like I said, two things, boss. And let me see how you feel about this thought. Two things. Offensively, we know they have a weakness. Their secondary is not good. It's one of the worst in the league. It's actually the worst in the league, giving up the most yards in the league. They have a passer rating of like 96 against them. Jamal Adams, as much as he's done everything on their team, they're still getting torched. I mean, they got torched with Julian Edelman last week with Cam Newton. I don't think he's the greatest throwing quarterback, just my opinion. Throw for almost 400 yards against them. So attack their weakness. So this was be the thing to me. If this is a different staff, they should go into this game saying, you know what, we got Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott's nasty, but where is their weakness at? It's in the secondary. So let's not be hard-headed and pig-headed and say, well, we got Ezekiel Elliott. Let's run the ball. Let's establish the run. You don't need to. Let's go out there and attack these guys because, as I said before, we got to stop playing from behind, okay? It was great that we came back, but we're not going to win games when you're down 20-0 every week. That's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And against the Rams, we were behind the 8-ball. We had to play catch-up. Let's play with the lead. So my thing is if this staff is different, they would go into this game saying, okay, this secondary is not good. We have the advantage across the board with all three of our receivers and even the screen game. The front line is ailing. You got Benson Mayo. He just showed up on the injury report with a groin injury. Bruce Irvin is out with a torn ACL. They have regular guys rushing the passer. So this is a game where we can dink and dunk them or go deep. So if this is the old regime, I'm thinking because it's going to Seattle, fans or not, they're thinking, oh, let's play it close to the vest. Let's establish the run. If this is the new regime, you better go out there and attack their weakness. That'll show me something. And also, Everson Griffin came out after Jeff Kavanaugh and them kind of had the little words back and forth. But he said, I'm more comfortable with my hand in the dirt. I played 10 years with my hand in the dirt. So I need to go back to that. We saw DeMarcus Lawrence, like you said, he looks awkward as shit dropping back in coverage. Even Alden Smith, who has been a rushing the passer pretty much his whole career, him dropping in coverage, don't look right. He looks abnormal, okay? So if this is a new staff, they would say, okay, you know what? Let's scrap that. Alden is good standing up because he's been doing it ever since he came in at San Francisco. These guys can't do it because we wouldn't have any practice. It's a COVID season. We had no preseason games. We really didn't get a chance to really do this. So let's go back to what they're naturally good at and figure out other ways to attack our offense. That would say you're adjusting on the fly, and that would say it's a new regime. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, they better. I mean, really. I mean, they made a promise to us, and because what they're going to show us if they don't do what you said, uh, where you basically put these guys' hands back in the ground, that's going to show that you was just giving us uh, off-season fairy tales that you really didn't believe, because you kept telling us that we're going to adjust our schemes to our players. Well, I was saying it. We were saying you cannot play a 3-4 without 3-4 players. The principles of a 4-3 is built off edge. That's the main person of a 4-3 defense, is edge pressure and freedom for edges to be able to impact. That's the 4-3 principles. And that's what you have on your team. That's why Rod Marinelli paid the edge guys and was cheap on the interior guys. That's what we have on our team. So it's let's see if they really, like you say, adjust. The best part is it sounds like McCarthy is sending out the signal that we have a bullseye on you, coach, because he said, I think we've been basically doing too much on our defense. We're going to have to kind of simplify it.
Yeah, but before you say that, I don't want to hear shit about Jalen Smith talking about it's too complicated and maybe we just need to simplify. I get what you're saying, boss, but what Jalen was saying, I ain't feeling that, dog, because I just feel like I'm not hating on Jalen, but it just seems like whenever he don't good, it's an excuse that comes up. Now we've been talking about disguising the defense and not showing the offense what we're doing. Now it gets a little complicated. Now all of a sudden we want to go back to just being easy. No, dog, learn what we need to do and make plays. How about that?
Right. I actually definitely believe in that simplified, because I've been around and I get that feeling from Mike, is that chess type of defensive coordinator, man. And I can't stand those types. I'm just being honest, man. Like
it's okay.
Yeah, I had two different, like 3 or 4 different defensive coordinators in Division I football, and my favorite one was Coach Bump, who came from TCU. One day we're going to have to get him on the show, man. He's amazing. And one of the things that he actually really did for us, man, is he simplified it, man. Like, it was just like, hey, your stuff is basic and then go, right? And like stuff like tank dropping into space, that was that chess bull crap, bro. That's, you know what I mean?
I feel you.
And it's like, it's like now, and I like how Mike McCarthy because there's no logic that justifies when Atlanta is in a hurry up offense dropping your best pass rusher. There's no logic that justifies that in that game situation to do that. So it's one of those things that you automatically recognize as a lapse in judgment scheme wise. So Mike McCarthy called it out, and I want to see them really do what they just said. Yep, put those guys' hand in the ground. And then look at the crazy stuff, like, and I saw the back and forth between Jeff and Griffin. I kind of a little bit side with Griffin from this standpoint. They've been moving him around. It's like, man, you've been doing one job great for 10 years, was a top 100 player doing it one way, and they putting you in the interior, putting you on that. Man, you can come on, Mike.
But I feel
it's the whole opposite of what you said you was gonna do this off season.
I hear that. I get what you're saying, but Griffin did play D tackle. He did play the 3, and he is good on the edge. I think the biggest thing with him, in my opinion, don't drop him. Just have him rush the passer. Just have him go back to his stance because, like you said, he's 280-something pounds. He's a big dude. He's not dropping it. And here's the thing. Now, if you've been doing it all year, and you know, boss, I feel like this too. I mean, I think you get a better get-off if you're in a three-point stance anyway than standing up. I think you just get a better get-off. Now, if you've been doing it all your life standing up, it's easier for you. But if you first go and start playing and you're in a 3-point and a 2-point, I think you come off the edge faster in a 3-point, my opinion. Now, like you said, let them go back to what they're good at, okay? Stop being maybe so trickery and so super
chessy.
Chessy. You don't have to be super chessy. Maybe you don't have to do that.
We saying chess, like playing chess for those. They think we saying like a Ebonics. We saying chess.
Super chessy. I'm saying super chessy. You don't got to do all that stuff.
Yeah. Let them go.
Let them go be what they're good at. But if we're
Right.
saying let them go be what they're good at, then D-Law, I need you to start getting some sacks.
Yeah. And I actually feel sorry for Tank, man, because like when I'm looking at edge, right, and like you say, that get off is better. That engagement and that point of attack happens almost instantly from a 4-3 position, right? You getting ready to engage this tackle. And he's built a repertoire of moves, counter moves, and chess moves from that position. And now you ask him to still do those same type of chess match moves versus tackles, to where he's switching up his pass rush attacks from to where your step is off. And I tried to explain it to somebody like this. Now, Big James, I pretty much go and make this guess. You've boxed before, kind of coming up, at least friendly boxing with the friends.
Oh,
Well, we used
I
to do
definitely
that.
box. Matter of fact, I'm glad that was a shameless plug for me right quick. I will start my boxing training in the middle of November because I'm actually doing a 35 and over tournament where you actually can win belts. My cousin's going to train me. He's got his own gym. I boxed for probably about a year off and on. But this year I'm actually going to go hard on it, try to get me a belt, all that good stuff. So, yes, have done a little bit of boxing.
So you go definitely know this. So when boxing and you're not used to fighting in the correct stance, when they put you in that stance, just that one step,
that shit weird.
It's like hell. You feel horrible.
You feel weird as hell. It's not natural.
You know what I mean? Like, because like if you those of us who box a little bit, and you in your stance,
it's just like if you're a softball and you have to switch
and
stances.
you switch, it's like just one step.
It throws your whole equilibrium off.
In just one step. I would dare the whole people that's listening to get up and do it. Like, get up in your fighting stance and just take a step and just try to imagine fighting with you, would just feel it. Mm-hmm. That's what it's like for playing defensive end, where all your moves was built off one side. When you take that one step, doing it a certain way, and now that's totally gone. So your whole feel of that encounter and that point of attack is now all the way off. You used to, by your second step, maybe swiping them with this hand, digging with this hand, ripping with this hand, all of that, and you doing it without thinking. It's now you have to you out your groove. And then they getting like shot at from the fans, and it's like, Mike, put them back. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Tank did his thing, like not last year, not in sacks, but he was way more disruptive, stopping the run from the 4-3, even though his sacks production right now, you're not seeing hardly any production. And I also have to look at Tank, because I think part of that is Tank effort too. That's, I've been watching Tank, and I was like, that knee must be true, because I'm not seeing that same crazy dog hustle that I'm used to seeing in him.
I feel you. Now, I'm not busting on Tank. I love Tank. I be backing him. But I want to say this though before we talk about anything else. This what frustrates me, boss. You played. I played. You played on You played on a higher level than me. You went to college playing football. I went playing basketball, okay? So right. I feel you. But number one, I get frustrated when athletes feel like you can't say nothing about them, okay? So we had the situation where, with the Kavanaugh back and forth with Everson Griffin, he was frustrated. And where he was coming from was like, I get it. He was like, hey, we just started this. I ain't did this before. But at the end of the conversation that he had, he ended up sounding like he was apologizing, like, okay, just give me a little bit of time and I'll get this. Hey, it's fair. But, dog, Tank said he's a 10-sack guy. He said it. He said it 2 years ago before he got his 14.5 sacks. Tank said, I'm a 10.5. He said, I'm a 10-sack guy. All right? Every single year he has a injury. He's injury prone. It's just reality. I'm not hating on him. He had the messed up foot his first year. He had bad back, messed up shoulder, all kind of things. And now he has a messed up knee. You feel what I'm saying, dog? Like, that's frustrating for fans or people alike, because you're counted on to make plays. You said I am one of the best DNs, and I'm not doubting. I mean, I watched him. He's an animal as far as run game, and his hand placement is second to none, right? But you're still not getting these sacks. And now we got the bad knee. I feel like it's just, how long are we going to keep hearing this? It's an injury all the time, or something else is stopping the progress. You just got paid this contract, dog. You got to make these plays because the defense needs you. So if you saying they need to simplify it, okay, but now you got a hurt knee. You feel me, dog? Like, that's frustrating as fans and media alike because you are the person the defense counts on.
And then I'll say this, man, and I'm gonna just be honest to the players. If you hurt, don't play. Because see, fans are very unforgiving.
Yeah.
Right. And if you play, if you get on the field, they not gonna care that you're hurt. Mm-hmm. Right. They gonna expect, well, you went out there, so we expected you to play good, not just play good. Like, for instance, Dez, when he had that ankle injury in 2007, that was 2015.
2015, right? I remember. He came back too early. And I knew he was trying to come back too early, and I knew he was going to re-hurt it. Romo too. He came back. You knew it like I knew it. He came back too early when he came in that Carolina game. You just felt like he was going to get his ass hurt. He was running from that pressure because he didn't want nobody to touch him because, in his heart he was finally feeling like, I'm not that good, and not even to cut you off, but it's real. No. It's real because when I had Matt Johnson on here, big dog, and the reason why Matt Johnson really didn't make it, he was a good safety, but he didn't make it because of those injuries. And he was telling me that Hall of Fame game where he got hurt, he said his foot was on fire. He said nobody knew it though, but he said I had already been hurt the last 2 years. People have the fans, like we're talking right now. The fans, the organization were all like, what's up, dog? You hurt again? He said, I couldn't do it. So he said, I had to play on it. He said the pain was so excruciating that that's how he got hurt again. And it ended up putting him out. So it's a slippery slope because one party is like, the fans are saying something, people are saying something. And then the other part is like, man, I'm hurt. So I get it, but dog, I don't know where you go from here from this because Dallas Cowboys need Tank Lawrence to play big, dog, this year.
Yeah, I mean, and that, but that would be my advice to him and every one of them. Because remember, Dak went out there week 16, fractured finger, AC joint injury on a throwing shoulder. Really, this one on a throwing shoulder. Man, they didn't care. The fans they didn't care at all. Right. Dak played bad. It's like, hey, y'all, a fracture takes 6 weeks to heal. Mm-hmm. He couldn't even shake Aikman's hand the week before versus the Rams, and he went out there, they shot it up and he throwing on it. And in his shoulder, he had to take 2 shots in his shoulder to play for that Philly game. Mm-hmm. 2 big needles in your shoulder to play the game for us. Mm-hmm. Don't do it. Like, back up. Like, because because the fans not gonna care, and it can negatively affect your leverage and even your business, like in terms of money. Like sometimes you got to be like, hey man, I'm hurt, like, and don't play. And so like if Tank is hurt, we had a depth. We just got to go without him. I'd rather him not play than play half speed. If you're hurt, like if he's really hurt, don't go out here. These fans don't care. They gonna be like, well, you was out there. You know what I mean? Right. If you was out there, we expect the old Tank because you paid it. You went out there paid.
Go on to like the 3-game injury reserve and get healthy. Because, because I'll tell you what, that injury reserve, they need to keep that. I wanted to just say that right quick. That injury reserve that they have right now because of the COVID, they need to keep that right there, dog, because it's a 3-game injury list and you can go and come right back where it was like 8 games, you was out and you were missing all that time. Now you can sit out 3 games, go and come right back in. They need to keep it because you already have Anthony Brown went on 3 games. He's coming right back. Cheeto just went to injury reserve, but it's like a 3-game. I feel like if the knee is that back, go on that 3-game injury reserve then, and let some Dorrance Armstrong Jr. play, or let Bradley and I get some work. But if you're hurt, then go sit out then. Because
Yeah.
as you said, you don't need the negative pub because
No.
with that money that you're making, people gonna be on that ass.
Man.
And let's keep it real. Tank talks. So if you talk and you ain't producing those sacks come on, dog. Everybody's gonna be
Yeah,
on that
people
ass.
want to see only one Tank, and that's fair to us. That's fair to him. And it's like it's no love in the game. And we not gonna look at it like feeling sorry for you. That's how the nature of the game is. So yeah, all of those guys too. That's not just to him. Dak, when your finger was fractured and you needed a shot to play, don't play. Romo, when you needed to get a needle in your back to go out there and win, don't do it because they fired you anyway. You know what I mean?
I mean, the organization
like
don't give a hell about you. I mean, let's keep it all the way real. I think Jerry does, but organizations don't give a hell about you. They just want you on the field. I mean, if you can't play, they're gonna eventually cut you and get rid of your ass. That's just the way it is in the league.
Because Liel and them not putting them no bad film because they're healing, right? You know what I'm saying? Leah Collins and them out, so they can't put out no bad film. So,
what do you
guess
feel,
what?
Yeah, but what do you feel about that situation, though, dog? Leal, they talking about he might not even be ready for week 4.
Take your time. I mean, take all the time you need. And the reason why I'm saying that because I do love the fact that Steele and Knight are getting massive game reps. That if we keep winning with those guys, it is not doing anything but help us as an organization because that gives us massive leverage against our offensive line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when you got a solid backup and we steadily winning, well, why would I pay all these cats millions? Mm-hmm. And so it's take your time. I mean, and then I do love the fact that these guys are getting reps because when Liel comes back, they have epic game experience. So if they have to step back in,
that is true. You're not scared because they've played. So
they played.
I totally agree with that one. And I'm not mad. I've been on the Brandon Knight train. I've been on the Brandon Knight train from when he came to the team last year. Now, you've been on the Steel train. I ain't heard nobody on the Steel train, not one person. I'm going to give you all the glory on that because you was talking about Steel. We were all like, what the hell are you talking about, dog? And you was talking about Steel. But if you look at the traits, he has the traits to be a great tackle. I mean, the size, the arm, the length of the arms, everything. He has the traits to be good. So I think that's what they see in him. And he hasn't been terrible. No. He hasn't been terrible. I watched all 22 the last couple games. He hasn't been terrible. Now, we'll say.
And sometimes he done pancake him a couple of guys too, man. He nasty when he gets you.
I ain't hyping them all like that, no, dog. I
saw a couple.
I saw maybe 1 or 2, but saw Tat McKinley. I'm glad you got hurt, bro. He was wearing his ass out. He was wearing his ass out. He was wearing his ass out.
Yeah,
and the reason why Steele got better because
he got injured.
Tat got hurt.
True.
Okay, you feel me?
No, that's facts. Like he not ready for the elite pass rush.
But like you said, you can't replace game experience. You can't replace the experience on the field, and that helps him. But let's talk about something. 2 questions because I had a couple people ask some questions, and I'm gonna hit these. But one, let's talk about Tyron Smith because I talked to you about this. I made that post like 3 days ago when I told you. And I'm going to say this right quick. I don't give a hell if y'all don't like what I say about this with Tyron Smith. I don't give a hell. But I told people when the Jets came offering Jamal Adams, we're talking about Jamal Adams and wanting, they said, what about Tyron Smith or Zach Martin? I said in a tweet when they asked about him, hell no to Zach Martin. But you know what? I would think about it with Tyron Smith. Everybody went off on me saying I'm a dumbass and whatever. But okay. But I was looking at what he is doing every single year. You're guaranteed missing 3 to 4 games every single year. Guaranteed. Okay? And you have a neck injury, a neck stinger, and a back injury. You've had it the whole time, right? Backs don't get better, dog. You have back spasms. That don't get better. Neck stingers, neck injuries, you're an offensive tackle. You're going against defensive ends that are putting pressure on what? your neck and your back. So how do we think that's all of a sudden going to get better? And you're 30. You're not getting younger. I'm not hating on Smith. He's a great player. But you know what? That's something that the Cowboys should have looked at. Because here's the thing. If they would have did it last year, right? I'm just saying. If they would have did it last year, let's say you did a straight up Jamal Adams for Tyron Smith, right? And let's say you gave a fourth rounder. Damn sure wouldn't have gave up first. Yeah, you may not have a CeeDee Lamb, and I'm all about CeeDee Lamb. But that first round pick this year could have been an offensive tackle. Okay? And if you decided to do it in this offseason this year and you did a straight up trade with Jamal Adams and Tyron Smith, Brandon Knight, he ain't all world. I ain't hyping up Brandon Knight like he's the next damn great left tackle. But guess what? I think he's serviceable, and he's proved it. He played against the Minnesota Vikings with Everson Griffin and what's his name? Alexander, I believe, that other defensive end that's nasty. He held up, okay? He held up against the Jets. He held up in this game against, and he was playing left tackle, and he played right tackle last year, and he switched to left tackle. All I'm saying is I said he was the swing tackle. I felt you could have made it if you would have had a Jamal Adams and could have made it with a Brandon Knight this year, and then 2021 you kept your first-round draft pick and drafted a top left tackle. I mean, where did you really lose?
Yeah, and when it comes to the tackle play, the longer these guys play and the longer Dak putting up like crazy numbers to over 300 a game, you know, and if Dak is using his new pocket mobility and is working with tackles that's not as good, man, we go cheaper. And the timing of that would not be now. I think the timing of that would be around the trade deadline.
Here's my thing. This year, only way I would get rid of a Smith is for a elite player like a Jamal Adams, nothing else. Now, if you're going to give me picks, if you're going to give me a couple picks for Tyron Smith, you damn right I'm going to be looking at that.
You might get that, man.
You might. People, look.
I'm serious.
I'm not hating on Smith, dog, but he's 30.
Because his value.
He's on the decline. You need to get value for him if you were to think about it right now. Because you could get picks for him, and that would help you in the long run. You really think Tyron Smith is going to play another 5 years? I don't. I don't think his body's going to allow him to do that. So why not start looking and thinking about those things? Why not look for feelers? Doesn't mean you're going to get rid of them, but you're supposed to be a GM of the team. Hey, what would you get for Tyron Smith? I'll give you a first and a fourth. Oh, you're not going to do it because you just love Tyron Smith that much?
See, Tyron Smith is so hard to get rid of, though. I'm gonna tell you,
dog. He's a.
I'm gonna tell you, it's not even
30.
because his play. It's more so because of the value. Because that 10-year contract,
right? That contract is great too. But if you could get a first and a third or something like that for him, you wouldn't look into that. And you still got a first-round pick.
I would wait till the trade deadline and see how Knight and them hold up, and I wouldn't rush him back. I would want to see
rest and let's see what Knight does.
I want to see how they holding up, and if Knight continue to put up good pass pro numbers, and they display the dominance that they displayed on Atlanta, especially once we come across some good defensive tests.
That's what I want to see. When we come against a good defensive front, that's what I want
to
see.
Yeah, once we go against that real edge rusher, that now Tyron would have neutralized that threat. But we know when Brandon Knight go through a couple of those, by the trade deadline, I definitely have a real good feel of what will probably be the best value. Because then, even as he gets closer to the trade deadline, you're going to get Tyron back because you want to say he's ready to go, he's healthy, we were just precautious, but what you're trying to do is rebuild him up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because if we try to trade him coming off injury, nobody gonna really want him. He gonna look devalued. But if we were just being cautious and bloom, and he go out there and he fresh and he pancaking people, it'll be some people like, oh, he back, let's spend it. You know what I mean? So I need to see more film on Knight. I think at least I would want to see like 5, 6 more games.
That's fine. Let's see it against Seattle, and then Cleveland has a pretty good defensive front. Let's see that.
Yes. Yes.
Cleveland has a good defensive front. I'm definitely
Yes.
going again. I would definitely.
Right.
That's
if
fine.
he hold up against Cleveland,
that front is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, then it's like play Tyron if he healthy the next games, and by the trade deadline, I'm taking 2 firsts.
Yeah, if he has that type of value and you're willing to give that up because they were talking about I want him. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna sit there and tell me teams ain't gonna take a Tyron Smith?
And remember, Tunsil cost 2 firsts.
Yes.
To the Texans. So
and he's a left
around
tackle.
Trade
they
deadline,
are premium. Dwayne Brown went over to Seattle. They gave up stuff for him.
Yeah, and he was old. He was
a dog at Houston, and they gave up all kind of stuff for him, right? Because they are premium. Left tackles are premium.
Yeah, and he's still Tyron when healthy is still top 5 play.
Yes,
top 5
top
play.
5 left tackle in the game.
Yes. So, and Tunsil got 2 firsts, and see around the trade deadline, man, people be like Santa Claus when it come down to trading. Like Ramsey cost 2 firsts. Are you serious?
That's why I would never do 2 firsts for a corner.
And then what was it? Mac like 2 firsts?
I think Mac did get the 2 firsts. I think did Mac
for the trade to the Raiders.
Somebody in the feed let me know if Mac got 2 firsts.
So it's like around that trade deadline, man, boys, and see, especially when you think you're a contender,
right?
So
like the Texans more desperate.
Yeah, see, like the Texans felt like, we just need to protect Watson,
right.
And we need to go and sell out for this.
And he's still the most sacked quarterback in the league, even with Tunsil. Where you at, Eastside Harold? Your quarterback is still the most sacked quarterback in the league with Tunsil. So just shut the hell up with that shit. But let's talk a little. I'm gonna ask you because a lot of people have been asking the feed about Joe Thomas and Sean Lee. I don't think this would even happen. But some people have asked, I'm sorry if I didn't get the exact person asked, Sean Lee is back and healthy. Does Joe Thomas go to the bench because of Sean Lee? Hell no. Crazy in your dome if you do that. Why? Did you see that damn game? Did you see that game Joe Thomas had? Did you see them damn
I thought it was a quiet, great game, but I guess it wasn't quiet because everybody saw it.
Dog.
I mean, because I keep my promises.
I know you did. I seen your shit.
I wrote it, boom, as soon as it. Shit. Right. So I thought people had seen it though, man. No, the world saw it. Man, Joe was in there. Ooh-wee!
Oh.
It was a quiet, great game too. Like it was, and no.
That man comes down with authority, bruh.
Yeah. Yeah. And Joe looked like he about 20 pounds heavier.
Don't he look bigger?
Yeah, Joe looked like he really went into his offseason like these guys
big.
are made of glass.
Yeah.
And see, I've been saying that. I've been saying, man, that linebacking crew is glass.
Right.
And if you was somebody like him that been paying your dues on special teams.
Oh, you about to eat?
Yeah, you was smelling it. Like, and so he went into the offseason, obviously, like I see opportunity. I see blood in the water. I can go make me some Cowboy money.
Somebody's going to get hurt. I can come right in and play.
Make that Cowboy money. And that Cowboy money nice.
The Cowboy money nice. You might earn another contract with the Cowboys.
Yes, man. Like Joe, because Joe keep coming down.
If the Cowboys,
shout out to Mike Fisher.
Hey, shout out, but boss.
Because I did a show with Mike, and Mike, I was out on Thomas. I was out, bro.
Why?
I'm being honest, all the way.
Me, I was with Thomas all the way. He just
okay. My bad. Well, that's why I said, man, cool. I'm eating crow. This game is all about Boss Cowboy Crow, because it's like everybody that I said something about, Joe Thomas,
Xavier Woods,
Schultz, Xavier Woods,
I'm cool with,
and Noah Brown.
Noah Brown.
I hammered those guys.
That's not crow for you eating for Noah Brown, because we all thought that, because we never saw this side of Noah Brown because of the old regime. So you don't have to.
Yeah, it wasn't really crow. You're right. Yeah, you don't any of them.
No, you gonna eat crow for
I'm
Woods.
Glad that they showed up.
No, you gonna eat crow for Woods.
Man, no, I ain't eating no crow for Woods.
Yes,
no, I ain't. But that ain't no crow, man. That ain't crow.
You was going ham
because he deserved it, bro. Like
he did, but he's been playing good the first couple of weeks. You cannot say he's not.
And see, like I want to be positive on it because
you gotta be. He's playing good.
Yeah, and see what I love that I saw with Xavier is Xavier looked like he was having fun.
Yeah, and I just want to say, Tyrone Church, Donovan Wilson ain't getting on the field, dog. Go ahead and finish.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
He's not. Yeah, I want to see Donovan on the field too, though.
But, dog, listen, the old regime didn't play him. The new regime is not playing him. What does that tell you? They're NFL coaches.
All right, hold on real quick, bro. You just spent me to something that's super important to me.
Okay, talk.
All right, I'm finna preach now, bro.
Preach.
All right. I want some old school a little bit at the Dallas Cowboys that I'm not seeing.
All right.
Like, I think my boy Godwin has been playing too great on special teams not to give him opportunities on the field.
Yes.
And that's the old school way. Like, we know Kenny Gant and Bill Bates was not starter caliber in the 90s.
Right.
But guess what? They got a lot of playing time. Why? Jimmy Johnson was like, y'all make plays on special teams, you get on my field.
Okay.
You're not giving incentive to guys to go out there and kill it. Godwin is being a special teams god to us right now, bro.
Yes, he is.
That's a fact.
Yes, he
like,
is.
every game he's doing great on special teams. Not good, great.
Except the drive.
Like, we don't win that game against Atlanta unless he has the foresight to stay low on that ball, wait till immediately when it touched the 10, and he won that game, bro. Like, and we need corner help. Bro, you got to put him out there, man. Like, because see, in my opinion, because somebody told me this, I need to verify. They said he played bad when he played corner. I said, I don't remember that film. I don't remember bad play. Now, if somebody does, please tell me and I will research it. But unless he's already played real bad before at corner, man, Godwin need his shot.
Well, probably so because everybody's hurt. Cheeto's hurt. Anthony Brown's hurt. And what I'm worried about when we talk about these Seahawks, DK Metcalf, I ain't really worried about him. I made a little picture and said we got to go against him. I wasn't scared of him. I just made the damn picture just to be funny. Some people went a little extra on the shit, and I don't know why. I'm not scared of no damn DK Metcalf. I am a little worried about Trevin Diggs' shoulder. I feel like Trevin Diggs can ball with DK Metcalf. You feel me? But I'm worried about his shoulder because you have to tackle. And it only takes one hit to hit that shoulder wrong, and then you're out. You get what I'm saying? So that's the only thing I'm worried about with him with that. But the person that was brought to my attention, I already knew about him, was Tyler Lockett. So if he's the other starting outside receiver, who you got? Darryl Worley against him? I don't like that matchup, dog. Jordan Lewis is gonna be in the slot because he ain't starting on that outside. I'm a little worried about that matchup of a Darryl Worley is guarding some Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna put it like this. I'll start writing as you was talking because I knew he was getting ready to get a little bit into defensive scheme. Man, okay, and I'm gonna say this, and I mean what I say when I say this, because a lot of people don't know what they're talking about.
You damn right.
We getting ready to see Sunday the two best downfield throwers in the game. Dak and Russell Wilson are the best vertical throwers in the game right now. So if I'm going to try to stop
I forgot about Brandon Carr.
Seattle. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, and Brandon Carr, man. We got to talk about him.
Yeah, we got to talk about it. We're going to talk about him next.
Okay. But to me, I would want to keep everything in front this game.
Okay.
To be honest, a lot of cover three.
A lot of cover three?
Where you taking away the vertical throws.
Okay, because they just had a stat, not to cut you off, boss, I apologize.
No,
but
you're good.
they just had a stat where Russell Wilson is like 145 like rating outside the numbers, and Tyler Lockett is his guy outside the numbers. He's ridiculous outside the numbers, and it's with Tyler Lockett, right? Yeah. So we have to get that cover three, because when I watched New England, they was playing a lot of cover zero. They was playing single high, and they was going matching up man to man. Because you know how New England is, they don't care. They're going to send the pressure, and they're going to match up man to man because they feel like they got the defense to match up man to man. And Russell exploited that shit.
Yeah, man. Russell's biggest points came from his big plays, vertical throws. So like I would play scary ball with him. It's y'all.
Scary
Yeah, listen.
ball? Talk
Now
to me,
listen.
dog.
Yeah, I'm just keeping it real, bro. I would go back to Rob Ben, don't break with this dude. I would be like rush foe and let my boys put their hand in the ground, my
Okay.
edges,
Yes, yes.
4-3
Okay.
attack.
I agree with you with that.
You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I agree with you.
And then keep everything in front and
But we
then
don't
just
send
be like,
Jalen.
y'all gotta make a play on him. You gotta at least get a sack or 2 or 3 on this dude,
You don't
man.
send a Jalen Smith though on some blitzes?
Yeah.
Send him up the middle on the blitzes?
You do that. Like you keep them, you keep some
But I feel you
curveballs
with the
throwing
cover
at them.
3.
But overall, like the most scope of my game would
Mhm.
be take away the vertical throws because
Right.
that's what they're doing.
Right.
Like they killed Atlanta with it
Mm-hmm.
when they got ahead on them. Remember that 4th down where they
Yep.
went deep to DK?
And he did it on Steven. He got 2
They
deep
hit DK
touchdowns.
on this game vertical.
And he's going to try to go deep with DK in this game.
Oh yeah,
You
and
can
they
best
hit
believe that.
David Moore deep vertical, just you know what I mean, against New England. Like, so just keep everything in front, try to contain Russell, man. Like get after him with them 4. You know what I mean? And you right. It looked like to me New England really did a better job when they sent people at him, like when they really blitzed him, because if you give him time, man, Russell
Dog, he gonna kill you, dog. Like Russell is gonna kill you, and that's why I'm saying I feel you with us saying let's get this front 4 after him and let's get in this coverage game because we don't want him to just kill us. He's gonna go outside the numbers. He's gonna try to go deep. I get that, but at the end of the day, man, these guys got to get after him because if he has any time in that pocket, now the offensive line is not that good. It's not that good. And even when the passes that he was getting off in that New England game, the DK Metcalf touchdown, he got hit right when he threw it. The Tyler Lockett, I mean, he was getting hit. He got 15 hits against New England. They were still getting after him, but Russell Wilson is so damn good. You feel me? That he's getting away at the last minute. I mean, gosh, he was getting hit and he was dropping
like Russell
lasers,
Wilson
bro.
looked like a poor man Mahomes.
But see, here's my worry. If you're doing that to that secondary, and the Cowboys have a 103.1 rating against them currently with Matt Ryan and Jared Goff, I'm a little nervous about that because they ain't shut them guys down.
Yeah, man. That's why, to be honest, that's why I'm like, go ahead and just accept the new identity of a shootout Dallas Cowboys.
Let's just these motherfuckers, dog.
Exactly, bro. Just go and accept it.
Let's just go.
Go pull down your pants and sit on that old era like it's a toilet.
I hear you, but I'm not going to accept it just like that yet, boss. I'm not going to accept it like that because we got guys that can rush past. So I'm not just going to accept that.
No. I was saying from a accept.
I got it.
Winning games.
Yeah. Like, guess what? This game, it got to be the offense.
It got to be the offense.
We need to go into this game saying, mother sucker, throw this damn ball. We need to score 40 goddamn points in this motherfucking game to beat these motherfuckers. That's what I want. And here's the thing. When we get the ball, if we get the ball, I don't care. Let's get it first. Let's attack these guys. Guess what? Let's go in shotgun first play, and let's go after them. Let's not sit there and say, here you go, Zeke.
Up-tempo.
Here you go, Zeke. And then let's throw a quick pass over to Cooper. Let's get a 6-yard game, get right to the line of scrimmage, and let's go. Because Dak is better like that. Our team is better like that.
Yes,
so this is a game. If they don't got the damn 12th man, okay, this is going to be a shootout game. Let's keep it real. Russ is going to score some goddamn points on us. He's going to throw some touchdowns on us, dog. Let's just keep it real. So we got to match that. And what Mike McCarthy is saying, I hope you do it, because he said, oh, you want to keep him off the field? No, we don't want to keep him off the field. We want to score as many points as we can, keeping pressure on him. I hope that's really the theory not just talking about it to all the fans to make that shit sound good to us. I hope it really happens. And Kellen Moore, once again, do not be the Amari Cooper on the road and say, oh, no, we on the road. Let's run Zeke 75,222 times. No. Let's throw this damn ball. Get the ball to Zeke. Throw some good screen passes because they used that screen game against Atlanta and it was working.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think we getting ready to do that, man. I really do. I think that's we go come out really trying to air it out, and I think we have. I see Dak going into year 5 from a maturity standpoint. We all have to understand that Dak was always a grown man in a kid's body. What I mean by that is like how you have the freaks of this world like LeBron James,
Mm-hmm.
who will be 6'6", 6'7", and they 17, and they come out and they, hey, all you do, and they open the door, hey, who is this, mama? They got them deep voices.
Mm-hmm.
They still kids though. That's how Dak was when he came out. He had that amazing year, but remember he was still a kid.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, you could expect him to grow up. So what I mean by that is the game is slowing down to Dak, y'all. Dak is better. And so now you got a quarterback that you can go and say, I started out more game management, ball protection. I'm a quarterback now.
Mm-hmm.
And so you saw that same thing with Russell Wilson. Remember when he was at the Legion of Boom, some people said the Legion carried him because he was safe with the football. The offense wasn't fully on his back.
Mm-hmm.
You know now that the offense is fully on Russell
That's
Wilson's
Russell's
back.
team now.
That's Russell's team, but he had to mature to that.
Exactly.
So some of us forgot that Dak needed to grow.
Great analogy.
And he's in year 5, and now he has a full beard. From a metaphor perspective, now you can put it on his back and say, go ahead and shoot out with these balls. Let's see what you got. And I would go at it just like that. Like my game plan would be, hey man, our defense kind of suspect. We might lose that matchup, and likely we'll between their perimeter weapons versus our secondary. We banged up there. So let's go. Let's put pressure on these boys. Let's score. Let's score fast.
Let's score fast, and let's score fast. Let's score quick, and let's put the pressure on them. Let's put the pressure on them and make them call a good game. Let's make them change up what they're going to do. Let's make them change up and get out of their game plan, because as I said before, I'll be cool if you rush Chris Carson 30 freaking times in the game. Run the hell out of him. I'm cool with that because Dallas is only giving up 3.6 yards a carry. Seattle's only giving up 3 yards a carry, but I just feel like the Atlanta Falcons abandoned that run too quick because Todd Gurley was getting good runs on them, but then they stopped running. I'm like, dude, he just got a 7-yard gain, a 12-yard gain, and then y'all went away from the run. But Atlanta does that. They did it against us.
Yeah, we knew that. We called that going in.
We told it on air. Atlanta's going to go quick away from the run. You stop them a couple times, they're going to throw the damn ball. Right.
And we said that was going to happen. We said that was the bait, is get them to where they want to go to Matt Ryan and bail them out. And they fell right into our hands on the comeback.
Mm-hmm. So,
big dummies.
Yeah, they could have just kept trying to run that clock and run that ball and get more creative in that run game. But you know what? That's what they do. But I feel like the Seattle Seahawks are not going to do that. They're going to say, Russ, this is your game. We need you to win this game. Do it. And I feel like they're going to have him just like he is. 9 freaking touchdown passes already. Only 1 interception. And like I said, the interception off of Wilson's hands was his fault. He should have caught that.
Yeah, man.
So
Russell playing lights out right now, bro. Like Russell, you can see that baseball background in him, bro. The throws he was making on New England, bro. I was like,
that one he threw to DK was ridiculous. Because Stephen Gilmore caught up with him and put his hand right in that basket, and that ball dropped it right there. Even the pass, I think the blocker where he had the one-on-one coverage and he fell backwards and he caught it. Dog, he got hit, and that pass, dude was right there.
That fade to David Moore.
Yes.
Boom. Perfect. Like, no, Dak and Russell Wilson are the best deep ball throwers right now in the game. And that's why I would be bend on break on this guy. I know that sound weak.
But I feel what you're saying, though. In this type of game, though, you're going against one of the best quarterbacks in the game.
Yeah, I don't want them big plays. Yeah, I want him to have them.
It's just like if you're playing an Aaron Rodgers when he was at his peak, or you're playing a Tom Brady at his peak. You're playing against one of the best in the game. They're going to score. And your defense is okay right now. That means they're going to score points. So let's just get some timely stops like we had in the game against Atlanta. Everson Griffin in that fourth quarter had the big sack. It was a cover sack. Let's hopefully we get one of those big sacks in the game. Main thing we got to do is, I know he's going to throw the ball, but you know where I don't want him killing us is with his damn feet. because Matt Ryan was running up that damn middle. He had 4 plays where he ran straight up the middle because it opened like the Red Sea. I said, can't say this enough. Russell sees that shit, he gone. And
Yeah, you
them
might as
second
well.
and third downs when it's 3rd and 5 and we look like we almost got the sack and then he runs and breaks the pocket and then pump fake throw a deeper run. Dog, that's what I don't
Russell
want him
Wilson, the
doing.
best in the game at that.
He is the best in the game because he'll come through that and he'll pump fake you and he'll either go deep or he going to run, dog. And when
he has
throw
the perfect balance of run pass. Like, he is the best chain mover in the game. You know, it's like how many times that we used to get frustrated at Dak, like, damn, Dak, it was 3rd and 3 and it parted. The seas parted. Get it. Like, no, Russell, you never have to ever say that because if he see it, oh, I'm gone. You know? Yeah, and he's
it's gonna be go ahead.
He's just so deadly, man. So it's like with him, bro, as hot as he is, it's like, okay, just I'll go ahead and go into the game. Like, either we gonna have to get him on the ground, or he go put up points. So like, yeah. So I'm expecting a shootout. And to me, the biggest thing we got to do this game. The biggest.
Talk to me.
Is put Tank and Griffin Hand back in the ground.
And they need to make plays, though. If we go back to putting the hand in the ground, then that daggone it, you better make some damn plays to me.
I think they go do it because I think this game
Tank
you need the principles of a 4-3.
Yes,
because the 4-3 principles are built on an edge. With this game, you got to go all out edge play where you have a defense that's put together to try to get to the quarterback, even just rushing 4. That is a 4-3. You got to do it. Period. Like if you was honest about what you said, and you said this offseason, you heard it, I heard it, the Cowboy Nation heard it. What we heard was we do not make our players fit our scheme. We change our scheme for our players. Let's see
it Saturday. Yeah, I mean Sunday. Let's see it tomorrow.
Let's see it because you're not dealing with a dumb Cowboy fan base. See, because
we're gonna remember that muscle memory. Muscle memory gonna come back quick as hell.
Right, and then you can't talk us into something that's not working. Now, somebody talked me off a cliff because I was real mad, bro. But he said, "Listen, you gotta understand. Mike Nolan was watching them destroy practices in the 3-4, so he had to give it a chance." And we saw that. We saw him give it a chance. But when that same 3-4 faced starters, it wasn't taking over practice and taking over games. So it's like, let's see how you adjust now.
Right. That's the biggest thing.
Because we're not going to sit up here and just do wide receiver by committee for 8 games again. We all knew it stank by game 2. We was like, okay, it's but what they waited 8 games to get Cooper. See, you can't take them type of chances because then we finally got hot with Cooper and instantly hot. But that might not happen this year, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like you got to do something now, bro. Show that y'all got this common sense that y'all showed in the offseason.
Right. I totally agree with you with that. And like I said, I'm saying you with that with the defense and the offense, dog. Don't talk about it. You know, see,
speed it up.
Just make that shit happen.
They talked about speeding it up.
You know the matchup. You see what it is. Then let's do it. If this staff is a different staff than the old regime, then I want to see. Okay, let's adjust. Griffin and Lawrence said they ain't great with their standing up, so let's put them in the ground and let's make it happen. Now, if they still standing up, that's saying you're being pig-headed and you ain't listening, and then you just like the old motherfuckers and you just talking shit. If you go in that Seattle game and you're force-feeding Zeke Elliott, you're just talking shit. Right?
It's right.
You just talking shit.
You talk shit.
You talking shit to the media. You talking shit to the fans, and nobody wants to hear that shit. If this is a whole different staff, then
and
show
we not the fans that go for that.
Nah,
like so,
we were Cowboys fans. Remember that shit. We all remember how you said that we don't just get we don't get players fit the scheme. We get the scheme to fit the players. So whatever is going to be good for the players, we're going to morph it into what we're trying to do. So that needs to happen this week and beyond. And it can be week to week because why did Bill Belichick get so much high marks as a coach, or they say they're such a great team because they do week-to-week matchups. They do week-to-week adjustments. They don't say, oh, we got this great quarterback in Tom Brady. This is what we're going to do every single damn week. No, they said, you know what? We don't have to throw the ball every time with Tom. We're killing them on the ground, so we're going to run the ball. You get what I'm saying? They adjust. They see their matchups, and they change accordingly. And that's what I want this staff to continue to do. It looks like they're doing it, but let's continue to do it. You really need to show me this game against Seattle. Get out that damn standing up, put them in the ground, let them pin their ears back, and get after Russ. Because, as I said before, Tank has had good games against Russell Wilson. He's been a thorn in his side. So hopefully that knee is good so he can put pressure because we need him, dog. We need him and Everson Griffin and Aldis. We need them too. If they are good to go, we need you to this game.
Yup. This is the game where you need the edge to show up and you need them to stop the run. Like, obviously stop the run, but you got to stop the guy that's 80% of their offense. You got to get to him. You got to at least get to him 3 times. You got to get to him.
Yes, we got, because these other teams, damn, Atlanta had 3 sacks against them. So how come we can't? You feel me?
Yeah.
Because we got a better pass rush. We got
money on this game.
Yeah, we got a better pass rush than Atlanta, don't we?
Oh, hell yeah. And I think Dallas, finna shock the nation, man. I mean, it's
we
not
need to
no
because
shock
Seattle,
to me.
look,
they ain't going to be no shock to me.
It ain't no shock because I don't think Seattle's great, bro. It's Russell Wilson.
And I think we just disrespected, like greatly disrespected.
Yeah,
like,
man.
They not giving up.
Excuse my language. Forgive me. Fuck Seattle. They're not that great to me, bro. They got Russell Wilson. That's it. And we can go in there and whoop their ass for real. Like,
like for real. Like
they ain't no scary ass team, dog. Right. You feel me? Like, where are they scary at? They got the worst passing. They got the worst secondary in the whole damn league. They front 4 is super damn average. Yeah, they got Bobby Wagner, KJ Wright, but I ain't scared of them. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And then we look at
and to your point, I mean, can I say one more thing too?
Say it. I'm on one right now.
I feel you. Hey, we need to just play basic field position football too, bro.
Yes.
Like, don't treat them like you gotta trick them and do 4th down fake punts and stuff. Make them earn it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, don't treat them special, bro. Like, we special. Like, straight up, like our offense, like, oh my God, bro. 440 games to 0 when a team scored 39 points with no turnovers. And our offense was so explosive that we won that game with 4 fumbles.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Bro, that's crazy.
You don't win games when they have no turnovers and you lost 4.
No turnovers with 39 points was in the history of the league, 444 to 0.
Football gods. So
and also football guys, and we cold.
Right.
You know what I mean? We cold. Like, bro, it was no stopping that offense and hurry up.
That's what I'm saying, though,
it
boss.
It was no stopping, bro. You couldn't stop Zeke from running. You couldn't
stop shit.
You couldn't stop nothing. You couldn't stop Schultz.
If you couldn't stop Schultz, we really feeling good, right? Schultz had 9 catches, big dog. Schultz. I don't give a hell. Some people been hyping him up just because, man, Schultz ain't shit.
No, he's still like,
he's a backup. But I appreciate him. I ain't say you ain't
showed
shit.
Up. He did his job.
I may want to ask you to come on my show, and then you see it and like, nah, I remember you saying I wasn't shit.
I mean, you know, but I'm gonna say it like this. I say Schultz did his job. Like, so, you know, his job was to find those open spots in the zone, and he did that consistently.
Atlanta defense sucks, though.
Yeah, but he's definitely never going to be a vertical threat. He's never going to make anybody
You're not
afraid.
scared. Nobody's scared of Dalton Schultz.
No. Yeah, and we can upgrade that.
Did you see Noah Brown, though?
Loved
on that
him.
One pass, and he was skirting.
Man.
I thought it was CD. We was talking about that with
My favorite play was when he took that shot for us, bro.
Oh, dog, and he held on to that shit. He got
blasted.
He got blasted,
shots,
dog.
You know, coming.
Yeah, he saw that.
He saw it coming, and he took it, bro. And also, Cooper didn't with the alligator arms. So
you know who's the number 1, right? Who is it?
Oh, Cooper.
No, he ain't the number 1.
What you mean?
CD about to be that number 1, big dog.
This year?
Yes.
No.
Why not?
Because
what? Because Cooper's just older?
No, it's it's because the Cooper is the number one because he's going to command the doubles, especially passing downs, and he is somebody that you have to put your best corner on. Like CD Lamb is benefiting from Cooper.
True.
Like Cooper is making it easy on CD
True.
Lamb, and that's why Gallup to me started to really mature with the addition of Cooper because then Cooper
CD's
took all the
different
heavyweight
though.
corners off of him.
I feel you though, boss, but CD's different than Gallup.
Yeah,
Because
CD, I think it's going to
different.
get there, but it's not yet.
Not yet. I'm not saying
I do.
now.
I do see it happening though. I do agree with you that he's gonna hit another lane. He's gonna hit another gear of juice.
Because think
right?
about him. Think about him. Look at all the stuff they're saying about him. He's attentive. He's in these meetings, always asking questions, dog. You can see it. He's got that confidence. Every time he was making a catch, he was letting them know I'm nasty. You get what I'm saying? When he was catching that ball, he got just as good. I think he got better hands than Cooper. He got better hands than Cooper. Yes, he does.
Like I think.
Hold
I
up,
think
speed. They're probably about the same, but his
no, Big James, no.
So Cooper's
Speed?
faster. I'm talking about when he gets the ball in his hands. You gonna tell me CD ain't nasty with the yak after the? You see how effortless he is. Do you see when he gets the ball how effortless he is? You see when he catches it, that boy go, dog. Coop nasty. I ain't taking nothing away from Coop.
Listen, bro.
I ain't taking away from Coop, dog.
Let me ask you a question.
Let me tell you, dog, and I ain't jumping on. Dog, come on.
No, I know
man.
you're not, but
He
I'm going to
different.
ask you a question. It's out the box, too. If you could rewind time, would you take DK or Lamb?
Lamb.
I'm taking DK.
I'm not taking DK. You know why? Because DK is more of a one-trick pony still to me. You're going to look for DK over the top. You're going to look for DK deep. But DK ain't killing you over the middle. DK ain't hitting you with no short-ass routes. CD can do all that shit. Slants, reverses, deep routes, over the middles, comebacks, drags, everything. And he does it effortlessly.
Yeah, I definitely say that CD is a better route runner. And
he's
Dak
more
is
polished.
really good. And Dak is really good with route runners. He really good with boys who win they match up. But at the same time, I'm going to say this. I think Cooper is a very true number one. And the thing I love about CD Lamb is I think CD Lamb is going to make Cooper better.
Yes.
Because he's
good.
He is, to your point, like that secret predecessor that's creeping up on you.
Right? So it's going to make you play harder.
It's going to make you play harder because you know this young dog with the 88 on.
And if you get hurt.
He's looking to be the man within the next 3 years. He's looking to be the go-to and Dak's go-to. And then CD, you can sense on CD. CD is one of those guys to where football is his sanctuary. Dez was like that, to be honest, like to where they get tranquility from the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like CD is going to be a coach at some point. He's going to be an analyst because football is his true sanctuary. He loves the game.
You can see he loves the game.
You can see it. Like he loves it.
He loves the game.
So and I think you're right. His hands are better. I think he want to make those tough catches, and he has a mental maturity that's 4 years his age.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He's somebody that's going across the middle, making tough catches, showing up in big moments, and it doesn't look like he just got there. It looked like this is year
the moment
for him.
is not too big for him.
Yeah,
it's
the moment not too big for CD. So
it's like he loves the big moments. You can tell think about it. Over time, who did that go to? I'm not. Please, people understand. I'm not disrespecting Amari Cooper. I love Amari Cooper. But what I'm saying is this guy is a number one guy, and it's not going to take him too long. Like, I love Gallup, but I still think Gallup is a number two. I don't care. Some people try to tell me he's a number one. I still think Gallup is a number two. He's a nasty number two. There's nothing wrong with being a nasty number two. There's nothing wrong with that. Why people hating on it? I don't know if you can give – I need to see Gallup if you made him a feature receiver that he could just turn it up. And I haven't seen it yet, so I'm still got to see that. But I'm not taking anything away from Gallup. Gallup is nasty as hell. But when I look at that three-receiver set, I see CD came in more polished than a lot of these guys, man. And this stuff is effortless. It's natural for him. And I just feel like, dog, the more he continues to play this game, the better he's going to get. I mean – It didn't even know. 6 catches, 100 yards last week, and it didn't even seem like it, dog. It didn't even seem like it. You feel me? And he's
Yeah,
holding on to the ball.
yeah, and one of the main things that I love, since we're talking about the weapons, is Dak is back to 2016 Dak, meaning he doesn't discriminate at all. And I love that because if you win your matchup, he go get you that ball.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have a quarterback like that, that makes all your weapons go all out because he go reward me if I win this.
Mm-hmm.
Noah Brown got rewarded. Schultz got rewarded 9 times.
And we ain't even seen Cedric Wilson, dog, because Noah Brown been doing his thing.
Yeah, and I think
Cedric Wilson good.
I think Cedric Wilson got some juice,
you
man.
do. We got a good receiving core.
I want to see the new Cedric Wilson bro.
Cedric Wilson is nice,
I want to
dog.
see you know what I mean? The sad thing is if you see him, you probably go see him under bad circumstances, like somebody injured or banged up or not.
Yeah.
But if they stick him out there like they did Noah, I think my boy got something.
He would. I think he would come right in and ball.
It's something about them you can see when receivers hit a maturity level. You know what I mean?
But let me ask you this, though, big dog. When we're talking about, you remember how we were just talking about how other players make you step up? When you got a good core, it makes you play better. Like when you got a CD, you got a Amari, and you got a Gallup, right? Now, Noah Brown and Cedric Wilson, like, I got to play good. I got to play good. You know how it is, boss. When we out in the streets, when you get on the team and everybody on your team good, well, you know what you're saying in your head? I can't be the weak link.
Yeah, bro.
I can't be the weak. I got to bring it because these mother suckers is bringing it. I cannot be the weak link. And I think that's why Noah Brown's game raised up. That's why I believe Cedric Wilson's game raised up because you got a receiving core that are dogs. And if you don't bring it, you're not going to play and you're not going to be here. So I think that's helped the whole receiving core as a whole. Even Dalton Schultz, that receiving core has gave everybody confidence. And I believe the addition of CeeDee Lamb, I love Coop, Gallup, nasty. I love him. I ain't talking about y'all, but I'm just saying that addition to CeeDee Lamb has gave the team acquired confidence, especially that receiving core. And I will even correlate it to the secondary. I'm not saying the secondary has been great, but I believe the more Diggs continues to be that lockdown corner, it's going to make that secondary better. I'm just telling you because you already should know, boss. You as a corner, you play at a high position, high level, right? Now you should know in the secondary room, right? You got a dog, let's say a rookie or a dog that comes in, he nasty, right? He plays good. You don't think everybody in that secondary is looking at him like, oh, hell no, dog. We got to play good because look at this muscle. I mean, it makes you it changes your mentality. That's why they were talking about getting Jamal Adams because it changes the mentality of the team. And I think when we got Diggs, I think the more he continues to play, dog, he's going to give that secondary an edge. Just watch. Trust me on this one.
I'm glad you brought that up because it made me think of something, man. I think Jordan Lewis has been extremely mismanaged.
Yes.
With the Dallas Cowboys, extremely mismanaged because Jordan Lewis, I pray, has the mental toughness of Dak because, and I'm just being all the way honest, he is the most insulted Dallas Cowboy in the last 3 years, 4 years. But with Dak, both of those two guys equally are greatly insulted because, and I'm just being honest, man, it's a major insult to take a man's number going into his final year of his contract.
No, he did that.
Explain it then.
He said he wanted to go back to his college number. His college number was 26.
My bad then. Okay, whoo, thank you, God.
Yeah.
Okay,
can't get that one. Yeah, he said he wanted to go back.
Scratch that from
that was him.
Because you know those numbers mean so much to us, man.
I know. Trust me, I know it's serious.
So when I saw that 27, I was like, bro, I'm cool now. I feel better now. So so Lewis, okay. So go ahead and do your thing out there. So, but I wanted to make sure that wasn't a situation where it was taken because then it was sending a signal that they had low confidence, but that's not the case, thank God. So that just means Lewis just got to show up. So, and Lewis didn't have the best of the game versus Atlanta, but the matchup was also really like the rival of the new number one. Like, and we said that going into Atlanta, we said that really is really the number one. If you really
Yeah,
starting to peep
really,
Atlanta,
really is nasty.
really is the new number one. So, and Lewis kept getting that matchup.
Okay, but
And
let's talk about something right quick though, big dog, and I want to ask you this. I love some Jordan Lewis. I feel like he gets a pass though too. I feel like because everybody's like the Jordan Lewis hive, and because of 2017 with Dez. Now hear me out with this.
no, I am.
I'm not busting, and people think, oh, you bust. I'm not busting. Listen how I'm saying it. I always loved Jordan Lewis. No, I'm not gonna say that. I haven't always loved him because when he got drafted, I was like, what? Why are you drafting him? Then I watched him, I'm like, okay, I like the attitude. And then, but I feel like when he went against Dez, everybody like Jordan Lewis, and he played good his rookie year. And I know he's been mismanaged. But when he comes in the game, right, it's like, okay, he had the high ankle sprain, and trust me, I had a high ankle sprain. They ain't easy to come back from. No practice, I get it. But dog, he still be getting cut up in this in offensive flows. Okay?
Yeah.
And it's almost like, no, Jordan Lewis is a fighter, he's a battler. Like, you can't say anything wrong against Jordan Lewis. But like when Jordan Lewis has a bad game, why can't we say Jordan Lewis had a damn bad game?
Yeah, I mean,
Too many people cover up for him with that shit, and it's real. It's
well,
real.
I'm gonna say it like this, man. Like, he's someone that's easy that can become a favorite, being kind of like an underdog. But then that's why your job and my job is hard, because even when the guys that's kind of like your low key favorites and pet guys have a bad game, it's a test of our honesty. And can we say that?
Right.
Because he
It's
got
a
cooked.
test. Yeah,
He got cooked versus Atlanta, man. Like, and he got cooked with massive separation.
like he
I
had
don't mind you losing.
right, but that
I don't
test,
mind you losing
yes.
if he had to make a circus catch on you. Like Diggs, I didn't mind him losing against the Rams when he had to have a perfect teardrop throw.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm like, if you got to throw like that to win on me, okay, fine, just shit. Because eventually you're gonna make a bad throw and I'm gonna get you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we said going into that game, we'll take 5-1. We gave them a big spread of plays that we allowed them to be made on, right? We said for every 5 plays they make on y'all, make 1. Didn't we say that going into the game?
Mm-hmm.
But then, bro, and I'm just being honest, bro. I was peeping the fourth quarter when Dak Nin was coming back. Our cornerbacks, bro, was looking like they was all praying. Like, I looked at the bench and they was like, and I know that look, and I know this from experience, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That look is when you going against guys that's killing you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to go back out on the field because it's like they are like, because look, I'm going to tell you, I played against Tulane, bro, and this receiver, we was running a fade, and then at the last minute, he just took off and sprinted by me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like, oh my God, and I looked up and the quarterback didn't see it, right? And I felt
you was breathing heavy like
you know what I mean? I'm just being honest. I'll tell you what I felt like.
You was breathing hard as hell, like, whew.
I was like, that was 6. They just didn't see it, you know? So my point is, you'll get out there where you know this Ridley guy is unstoppable, and I don't want to face it. That's what I that's the body language I saw on our corners, man. Just being honest, you know? And it's one of those things to where like we kind of low key in a little bit of trouble there.
Yeah.
You know, and because Ridley had massive separation, bro. It wasn't just like he was open. He was open sometimes by like 5 yards.
Yeah. But you know
That's
what?
cooked.
You're right. But like I said, that front has got to, they got to work hand in hand.
True,
if you
bro.
got the front, dog, it helps the secondary.
Yeah, the front sold them out, to be honest.
And my thing is, you got these guys in here for a reason. Why did you get Alden Smith, big dog? Why did you go get Everson Griffin, big dog? Why did you pay D-Law that money? You feel me? You kept Tyron Crawford on the team. You get what I'm saying? For what? Because you felt like these guys can put pressure And we like these guys to put pressure, the front four. That's what you did. And 2 sacks in 2 games, I don't give a hell. Ain't going to cut it. And I get it. Everything is new. I get it. But it ain't new to rush the damn passer.
Yeah.
It's not new to do that.
It's not new to do that. And if they make these adjustments, I think your analysis is spot on. If we put you in that 4-3, that means you also must make plays. Right? Because we publicly make an adjustment. Because if we make this adjustment, we also saying we was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So if us as a coaching staff go admit that the 3-4 didn't fit you guys, that means y'all gonna make us look genius when we put you in this 4-3.
Right. So if you go back, if you putting your hand in the ground and you say that you're better at, then you got to make mother sucking plays.
You got to make
That's
plays.
all I'm saying. If you said I'm better at this than that, and they say, okay, you're right, we'll let you go back down. Then if that's the case, then you got to show the hell up. I don't want to hear no excuses, dog. Like I don't want to hear it no more. Like I said, I don't, because they brought y'all in for one particular reason, to rush the passer and get pressure. We haven't been able to do that on a consistent basis, and the Cowboys need to do it. And tomorrow, it damn for sure needs to happen, because if Russ sits back there and he got all time in the world, he's going to freaking throw for 500 yards against us, dog.
Yeah. Yeah, Russ on one.
I mean, he is on that, like we talked about. The team, he wasn't the man when he first came in the league. That defense carried him. Marshawn Lynch, they carried him. He wasn't the greatest when he came in the league. People forget about that. He was throwing interceptions. They were playing a ball control type offense. But once they said this guy has, okay, you know what, he's here. So we just need to give him a few players here and there and just let him cook, and that's what they're doing now. So like I said, that's my concern. We can pull this game out, but I gotta keep saying 2 things. Quick offense, attack them in the air, attack. Don't sit back there being conservative and doing that dumb shit. You get what I'm saying? And that front, send a blitz with Jalen Smith up in that middle, because Russell ain't tall. He's 5'11". Send it up the middle. Those short QBs don't like that pressure up the middle because they can't see. Drew Brees, when you get pressure up the middle, he can't see. He's got to throw the ball higher. So when you throw the ball higher, boss, doesn't it sail more? You don't get as strong as velocity, so it's an easier ball for you to probably knock down or intercept, because you're throwing off a back foot or things of that nature. So blitz them up the middle, but we have to get pressure from this front. It has to happen. Everson Griffin said we're not playing great football right now at the front. So if I'm Mike Nolan or Tom Sula, and we talked about this before, boss, yeah, we feel like this is going to be a shootout, but we still got to go to this front four and say, y'all mother suckers got to make plays, dog. Y'all got to make plays.
So period. You gave me your keys. Can I give you mine?
Give me them.
All right. So the defense, I would say, stop the run on first down.
Mm-hmm.
Stop vertical throws, a lot of cover 3, and keeping everything in front. Put it on your front 4.
Put it on your front 4.
And in your front 4, have have Tank and Griffin hand in the ground, and let them play.
Mm-hmm.
That would be my keys to my defense,
mm-hmm.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
My offense, I would say, attack their secondary. Don't go in here with a Zeke mentality. Go in here with high tempo, because versus the Rams versus Atlanta, literally no drive was not successful when we was in the up tempo. We are almost like perfect when we no huddle and fast with the football.
Facts.
And then I would also say, don't get cute.
Mm-hmm.
Play field position.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Getting cute could have killed us those first 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
That 4th and 3, going for it on 4th down and 4th and 5, direct snaps and all that crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just play field position.
Mm-hmm.
Do that. No more cuteness. No more fake punts for a team like this. Don't treat them special. Make them earn it. And if we play field position, and if we do those keys, 3 keys on defense, 3 keys on offense, we win this game by 2 touchdowns.
Oh, okay. I'm not making no damn score predictions. I'm going to just say.
But if we do that, in my opinion, because
mm-hmm.
I think if you put the hand in the ground, we go get about 3-4 sacks.
Let's hope.
And if we get 3-4 sacks, that means we go get them to punt. but we the real shootout machine. So we the ones that's really unstoppable in a high tempo. So that's why I think we can run them. But it's gonna take both sides to me executing the plan. You know what I mean? Because see, we was right on our offense last week. We said, and I saw people in the thread said this, man, y'all showed bold to say this gonna be our first 40 game. But me and Big Game said that last week. We said this gonna be our first 40.
Yeah, it's gonna be a high scoring game. We said it was gonna be high scoring off a rip.
Yeah, and I said the 4-0. I said 4-0.
You said 40.
The first one.
You did. You said 40 burgers. You said
so
because
we start talking about Kavanaugh.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's gonna take a combination of both. You know, you gotta put the defense scheme wise in a scheme that's for the edges, and that's a 4-3. I would dare everybody to do a homework assignment on a 4-3 defense.
Mm-hmm.
Go just Google it, look at the Wikipedia, and read about a 4-3. Okay, and you're gonna see that I'm telling you the truth. That a 4-3 principle is built on pressure coming from the edges.
Mm-hmm.
Going against Russell Wilson, and you've been telling us all offseason that you would adapt your defense. We better see it.
Yeah, and somebody got to stay spying him, because if that pressure comes off the edges, that middle opens. We got to have somebody in that middle to watch him when he goes to run, because that's what he's going to do. So that's got to happen right there. And as you said, it can happen, because when we went in there in 2014, right, was our defense good? No, it wasn't great. That defense wasn't great in 2014, but we made timely plays. We got them off the field in timely moves, and Rolando McClain was huge in that game. I just want to throw that in there. Damn, I wish we had him again. But we made timely plays in that defense. It wasn't a great defense, but they made some timely plays, and we got the win. So it can happen again, dog. Like, this ain't no scary-ass team. It ain't like we going into Seattle. Seattle, they 2-0. They the team to beat. No, they're not. They're not the team to beat. Russell Wilson's just a great damn quarterback, and he's putting the team on his freaking back. And that's what the hell is happening. They ain't doing nothing crazy, because if Cam Newton doesn't get stopped, they lose that game. Right? So we're talking about all this shit, but New England had a chance to win.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. Should have won.
Should have won a game. You get what I'm saying? So there it is. But hey, dog, I appreciate you, man. We always had these good shows. Is this gonna have to just be a Saturday night thing with us, dog?
Dog, I'm so down for it, man.
All right, you didn't already said it. All right, locked it in. Yep. Saturday, there it is. Yeah, we're gonna do some De La Soul. It's Saturday. You feel me?
Yeah. No, we are popping on Saturday.
So we're gonna start getting this popping. So y'all heard it here first. The final thoughts. That's what we're gonna call this show.
Yeah,
final thoughts.
Yeah.
So every Saturday, y'all tune in about 8 or 9 p.m. It's going down. Me and Boss Cowboys. Final thoughts. That's the name of the show. Every Saturday, me and Boss Cowboy, our final thoughts. And yeah, I ain't trying to jack from no Cowboys, nobody else. I just said it's our final thoughts. So make sure you tune in to that, because this was a good ass damn show. Great people in the feed. It was thick up in there. Love everybody in the feed on Facebook and YouTube. I appreciate you guys coming back. We had a little bump in the road with the internet, but hell, that's computers, and they can kiss my black ass about that, because I'm tired of computers. But, it is what it is. But, boss, let them know all. They can find you, all the good stuff. You know how we do. Tell them all about it.
Yeah, Boss Cowboy Sports on Facebook. And my final prediction is we go do another big scoring game, 35-40. Could be another close one.
Yeah, it's going to be another close one. I ain't giving no score prediction, but I'm thinking it's going to be them. I'm going to put them both in the 30s.
Yeah, high 30s to me.
Like a 35-31. I said it was going to be that last week. I think I said 38-35 or 35-31. It's going to be around that same thing. But hopefully, like I said, Cowboys get a timely turnover or make them punt. Dak takes it down. It's going to be a close game. I feel like it's going to battle to the end. But, we can still win this game because, like I said, Seattle is carried by Russ. They don't have a super impressive team. We have the better team, in my opinion. From top to bottom, we have the better team. So we should win this game. Just because they're 2-0 We shouldn't fear the Seattle Seahawks. They are not, to me, the team to beat in the NFC. I'm sorry.
We got all the talent, bro. Our quarterback on another level. Zeke already in midseason form. We got a crazy number 3 that was a steal. Our tackles are playing well, and they undrafted free agents. I mean, we got it. Like you right. We got it. Like, I mean, they should be fearing us, honestly, because see, I think we coming into their hungry,
Mm-hmm.
and we going in there like wanting to take that 2-0 away.
Mm-hmm.
Because
sure.
we was the hunted those first 2 games. We was the hunted.
Right. For sure.
You know, people always circle our games, but in this game,
mm-hmm.
we like, nah, we hunting for respect.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a game that we going in here like we go take our respect. We go make teams recognize us. So it's gonna definitely be a dog fight for sure. We go see Cowboy football. It ain't gonna be no. And then coming off a comeback win like that, man, we
got
in
to
deep
get
fate
this.
right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, we got to get this. Coming off that freaking win that we had, that to me that could have been a defining moment for the regime of Mike McCarthy. So you don't want to come off a game like that, battling back, win it just to go to play Seattle and lose. Because the number one thing, that's 3 NFC teams we played the first 3 games. We have to be 2-1. I said this before. Seattle is a team that's probably going to be a playoff team. You may see them in the playoffs. So you have to get this win because you don't want these losses to come back and bite you in the ass because you lost in the NFC early, because that always tends to happen with the Cowboys. They play all these NFC teams early. They lose early. And then when it comes down to the end of the year and they have to win a game, that team that we lost to in week 2, guess what? They're going to the playoffs and we're not because they beat us. I'm tired of hearing that. I don't want to hear that shit no more. So we got to handle our business for sure. Feel me? So shout out to everybody that was in the feed once again. This is going down, our final thoughts every Saturday night. Myself and Boss Cowboys. You know he brings the fire, the flame. Man, I had a great time with you again. We're going to ride out to the West Side beat. Beep, beep, beep. Boss is going to stay with me. Me and him are going to talk, but I'm going to let it ride out with that West Coast beat, and let's get this dub. Shout out to everybody, Cowboys Nation. Shout out to all my members, my subscribers. I've seen a lot of people sub during the show. I appreciate y'all. Remember, continue to like, subscribe, share, because we are trying to build something, and it's coming the way we want, but we can't do it without you guys. You guys are what push us to where we want to go. So continue to support this page like no other. Skywalker Steel, Law Nation, Boss Cowboys, everybody that's doing their thing for Cowboys football. We got a great community that really is making you guys good, man. We got some great guys that bring you all the shit. Y'all should feel great. So, hey, Tony the Tiger, great. But love all y'all guys. We'll talk to you soon, and we're going to ride out to the West Side beat. Peace.